We got the lights, we got the camera, it's all about that action. It's your boy, Son of the Waves. We have a very, very special episode because we outside today, y'all. We are here at Live in Color Studio here in Castro Valley?
Yes.
Castro Valley, California, you know, not too far around the corner from San Leandro, down the street from Oakland. So we are here with Fly Girl Risha in her studio today. And I'm about to get a manicure, one of the best I've had. I only had about a couple in my day, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of the best I've had. We're going to throw a couple questions out to you to get to pick your brain. But other than that, how are you doing this morning?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah?
It's Sunday.
All right, I'm saying it's a chill Sunday. We were able to shoot down here, put this episode together,
Yes,
so I'm really
in the
excited for
studio.
that. And I got a couple questions for you to pick your brain about how you got this beautiful establishment started,
excited.
going, and where you plan on taking it. So
I'm
without
excited.
further ado, I'm gonna lay my hands down. I just cut my nails. I'm mad because I could have kept them long. I felt like
that's
that would have
okay.
been
We can
easier.
still do a quick
Does that
thing.
make a difference? Like I said, I don't get my nails done.
Sometimes it does, because sometimes clients cut way too much. Fix it. you know.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I just the shorter the better. Like I said, I'm a dude, so I just want to keep them things
That's okay.
as short as
We'll
possible.
get into it.
It's all good. So many different aspects, just as far as, you know, personally, just as a woman,
Right.
exactly as a daughter, as a friend, or as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. What do you feel like you are
Talk
very
about
thankful
it.
for that you could kind of reflect on for the people right now?
Talk about it. Well, I wake up every day and try to practice gratitude. So it's not 1 month, it's not one day that I don't try to practice gratitude.
Love that.
Right now, I'm actually specifically thankful for having the shop and my customers and them supporting me for as
on.
long as they've supported me. Like
Yeah.
you didn't have to. So I'm particularly thankful for my clients right now. I'm doing a few different giveaways and give backs for them just to know how much I'm thankful for them, because without them I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Definitely, as a content creator or a person who does
Right.
put out a lot of stuff, showing your clientels or your customers or your supporters that you are thankful for them. That definitely is a
Right.
major thing.
And not
so.
only just thankful for them, but thankful that they accept me. Like my art is acceptable. It's
Real
not
talk.
something that, people go back and forth on if it is or if it's not. Like
Right.
my morals and my passion has always been the same. So I'm just grateful that they can accept me how I am.
Right. No, I love that because especially being in a field where a lot of people are doing this, a lot of people are doing nails, a lot of people do
Yeah.
podcasts. So there's the respect that I'll pick you over the majority, over the field. Like I said, it's
Right.
definitely a great feeling. You got to show it. You got to give back to them. So
Exactly. You can put this
Are we
in the
soaking?
water.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to soak it in the
I
water
like
for
that,
a
I like
second.
that. All right. Now let's get into the studio. Live in color. Like I said,
Yes,
I'm glad I said that right.
You know, you got it right on the first try,
Let's
because
get it.
most people are like, is it live or live? Or is it color or color? Like, what is it?
I mean, pretty simple. Like I said, we professionals over here, so we got it. But with the nails, you said the shop has been here for almost 3 years now.
Yes.
So when kind of getting into this space from just doing nails personally to actually making it a business venture, how was that experience kind of taking this platform and making it into like a real brick and mortar establishment?
It's been really difficult.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
A lot of people see, I feel like when you're talking on podcasts, people say this a lot. You see the glamour, you see, that they have this, but you don't see the work that's getting put in.
Legit.
So when I first opened, it was right after COVID.
Gotcha.
So there was, of course, some scares. Like, am I going to be able to self-sustain? Like, I've never opened a shop by myself before.
Right.
So what does this even look like? I kind of just came in here as a practice test. Let me
Yeah.
see what I can do. And 2 years later, it's like, well, you really got to put in work.
Yeah, you doing
it's
it.
It's not a 9 to 5. It's a
24/7,
24-hour,
yeah.
24/7
Most
job.
definitely.
And so you just you have to want it. And I love doing nails and I love helping people and I want it so bad and I want to see people. For me, nails is a job, but my
Yeah.
passion is making people feel good and feel support and confidence when they leave here.
Yeah.
They come in feeling one way and they leave a completely different way.
Legit.
So because I pour my passion into it and my energy, all of it into this, I'm like, this is a 24-hour job. I can't sleep on it.
It really is.
So that's the difference for me, at least.
I know. I love to hear it and I love to see it because it shows just in the work that you do, just on the nails that you put out, but also in the way you carry your brand and your business.
Thank you.
For example, I've seen like different creative things that you have done. For example, a nail battle.
Yes,
I seen that.
was
Can you
so
please?
fun.
Yeah, I'm about to say, please explain to me what that is like and how that played out a couple times you've done it so far.
Yeah, so I have 3 nail techs here. So we decided one day we were out for drinks that we were going to do a Halloween nail battle.
That's so tight.
So all we did was, find different types of nail art that we like to do and that resonates with us. We did them either on clients or mannequins or ourselves, and then we
Gotcha.
just had a nail competition and let the people vote. Everyone was so scared, like, oh, who's gonna win this? Like, what if they don't like this? What if they don't like that? But art is art. Beauty
Right.
is in the eye of the beholder.
I
So
love
it
it.
was fun to see clients vote. Even some of my clients was voting for the other nail techs.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't like my art?
How do you feel about kind of blending art with like competition? Because I'm a very competitive person myself. I love sports and all that good stuff, but I love appreciating the art for what it is. Like it's not about who's better. It's just
Exactly,
about
I agree.
appreciating it. So how do you find you balance that out?
I agree with you. I don't really balance. I don't think there's one or the other. Art, like I said, is in the eye of the beholder. You can't really compare different types of art. It's really about how you feel and what you like. Not everybody likes who's playing right now. Not everybody likes Chris Brown.
Right.
Not everybody likes, Drake.
Right.
But the people that do, that's when you find like your circle is the people that resonate with you and the people that like the type of art that you like, whether it's music, nail art, fashion, canvas painting, art, poetry. It's so many different forms.
Definitely different. A lot of medias, and like you said, just a interpretation of it is the most important part, because that's all we're doing it for at the end of the day. So another thing I seen you do, and me being the man in here, you had a men's night.
Yeah.
That sounds very intriguing to me. Like I said, I've only had my nails done a handful of times throughout my life. It's something I like. Like I said, men out there. Hey, the compliments on my nails when I got a clear coat one time. Shout out Nails and Bree and Vallejo, you feel me? Man, I had so many women at my job talking about, oh, who do your nails? Who do your nails? I said, hey, let me put you on.
Put
So
them
man,
on.
it's like I said, how your barber make you feel when your hands looking right, bruh. I can vouch for that.
The ladies notice.
They notice most definitely. So what made you kind of want to take that and put emphasis on the men's night for your shop?
When I first started doing nails, I was in Oakland. Shout out Tonia, Miss Glitter Nail Lounge. They're closed now, but that's where I started. First black-owned business that I've been at.
Nice.
Me and one of the girls, we were just talking about different events. What can we do? We started doing like a lot of fashion shows and fashion weeks and stuff. And I was just like, well, what about the men? Like they need love too. I think at the time we were all like single girls. We would love to see some man looking beautiful with their nails, feeling comfortable. What place do you know that you could feel comfortable? So we started there, and then when I opened the shop, I just continued it from there.
Yeah.
And I've had about 3 so far, and every time they come in, they feel comfortable. It's not only manicure and pedicure. We have drinks for them, games for them, open conversation, dialogue. You sitting in here with your bros. Like what? How much more comfortable can you be than
like
that?
I said, it's the same vibe of just being in an environment of like self-care in a group setting. Same thing as the barbershop. We ain't here, we're here to get right, get our confidence back in a certain way, feel better about ourselves in different ways.
It's not usual. It's not something that most guys see. I decided to have it strictly for the fellas and the guys alike.
No, that's dope. I really do like that.
I appreciate it.
And with your shop, you also say, you don't just aren't all about the nails. You guys have cosmetic and personal care. So in that aspect, what else do you feel like you offer to your shop exclusively?
So like I said, like just the support and confidence. I use this as a multi-purpose use space, which most nail salons don't. So we've shot music videos in here. We've shot photo shoots in here. We've had spa parties, men's night. I have a continuous lock technician in the back room. Yeah, so she is back there getting busy with the locks.
Twisted to her in here. Come on.
It's the locks for me on Instagram. So she be getting the fellas right. You'll be surprised how many locks from the Bay Area that she done buzzed down back there.
That's lovely.
So yeah, we just use this as a multi-purpose use space because I really want not only independent nail techs, but small businesses to have, I call it my garage space. They have a garage where the first Apple computer was made or the first idea was hatched. So we do a lot more than just offer nails.
No, because I was going to ask just about the creative space, but you expanding on that just in that question, that's a beautiful thing to see and hear, that you don't want to just be limit yourself in one avenue because the opportunities are endless when you open yourself up to them. So.
And because I feel like I'm a black business owner first.
Yeah.
And if I have the space and I have the opportunity, why would I not push that for my other independent, underrepresented community?
I love it. And that's actually a perfect segue into kind of the next section I want to talk about is you as an entrepreneur. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it.
I promise you.
But this shit ain't. Like I've been in this game for a little bit myself for 2 years. Like I said, I'm a pandemic baby.
Congratulations.
So thank you. I really do understand that. So other avenues I seen you tap into the modeling aspect as well. How do you like that? Do you see yourself kind of really taking that as a strong lane you want to drive in, or is that just something on the side that you fell into?
I feel like that's something on the side I just fell into. It's another avenue for expression of art for me.
Okay.
I have a few photographers. Shout out Kyle, that's my main photographer.
Right on.
That just like to play. We like to play and showcase art, whatever form that might be. So modeling just ended up being one of them.
No, yeah, it seems like you also have a lot of creative fun doing that as
I
well
do.
from what you put out there. So
I do.
most definitely. But as you just also said too, you are a Black woman entrepreneur.
Yes.
Do you see yourself really staying in the kind of the beauty, self-care field, or do you want to expand and just grow businesses, whether that be just owning, a bunch of McDonald's one day, or just actually owning a bunch of nail shops and being kind of expanding into like a monopoly type person, or just stay local, stay small, and impact the community the way you've been doing?
Ooh, that's a good question because you've made it into two totally different segments. I mean, I'm only one person, so it's only so much I can do, but
Correct.
I would love to grow and I would love to expand. I heard, I forget who who was talking on the podcast, but he said when trees grow, they grow up, but they don't stop and think, oh, let me just stop growing.
Yes, legit.
You just keep going unless somebody chops it down. They just keep growing as high as they want. So I don't never want to stop growing. If an opportunity presents itself, then I'm going to take it. I mean, I love to grow with other small businesses. So if that means stretching myself a little thin to help other people grow, then that still means that I grew too. I learned something.
That's a great perspective.
But as far as opening other businesses, of course, like I said, I'm only one person.
Right,
This
right.
is enough
She
as
said,
it
this is
is.
cool.
Look,
Yeah, she's like, I gotta spin this plate before I add another one on.
Exactly. This
I
is
hear you.
enough as it is.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, just bigger picture, do you see Live in Color being like, Bay Area wide, national wide? Is that a goal right now, or are you just like, hey, we just rolling as we go?
Definitely national. I mean, I'm from the Bay Area. I start here. This is where my home is. This is where my people is. I'm going to start here, but it's definitely going national.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could throw this out right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'll be national with this Small Business Fashion Week.
Okay.
So I'm now their main sponsor for the Small Business Fashion Week.
Yeah.
So
Talk your shit.
Sooner than later, we'll be international.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. Okay. Now let's get back to the basics.
Yeah,
I need your origin story. There's a point in time in your life to where you was like, hey, I think, I want to try doing nails. And then there was a point where you was like, hey, I'm good at this shit. I'm trying to make some money. So bring me back to that point in your life where you was like, you wanted to take it from more of a hobby or a passion to actual business and brand.
So get this, when I first graduated high school, when I went to college, I was actually in multimedia arts.
Word?
So I had nothing to do with nails.
Right.
I love to polish.
On our side, working with cameras and shit. It's
No, honestly, I love to polish my own nails, but I was in multimedia arts with the focus on graphic design.
Nice.
But when I started going to college and doing actual projects and they start pulling you into the real world, I'm like, I don't want to sit behind a computer. This is
that's
boring.
all you're going to do. Yeah, that's not even it.
This is boring. So I was like, what can I do on the side to actually talk to people? So I was like, let me pick up nails. I picked up nails and it kind of just took a life of its own.
Well, okay.
And then when I realized I could start making money is, again, I was working with another Black woman in Oakland and she just kind of took me all over the place. It was like, we weren't just Bay Area. We were LA, we were New York.
Okay.
After her, I started going to Atlanta, like just different places. So I was like, you know what? It's more than me sitting behind the desk. This is a service-based industry. Like beauty is art. Yeah. So I was like, there's not just one avenue. There's multiple avenues.
Legit.
So that's what I started doing.
Okay, I like that. And I'm glad to hear that came from such a dope place of influence. Like you said, seeing it from another strong Black woman. And that's what it takes.
There's also another quote that you don't know your limits until you see someone else do it.
Yeah.
You don't know how far you can go until you see someone. Like most people are like, oh, I was sitting in front of the TV and I seen Michael Jackson, right?
Right.
But you would never know that you were a dancer unless you seen a dancer.
Unless you seen a motherfucker moonwalk one time and you're like, oh, you can do that?
Let me try.
And next thing you know, like you said,
I think representation matters. That's also why I'm like heavily trying to showcase that it's possible. Yeah. That is possible. You can be a full-time nail tech. You could be a full-time beautician. People been doing it for over 20 years, over 30 years, over 40 years.
Like you said, just being able to show that it can be done is one of the greatest ways of inspiration that we have in today's age. And I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on this, especially for us as a Black culture, for sure. Let me ask you, because as you said, it's not all glitz and glam, even though you're kind of in a beauty space.
Right.
Give me a speed bump that you had to overcome just recently, maybe in this 2023 or so, that maybe not the everyday person or some of your clients don't know you had to overcome or face. Give me one of those speed bumps that you had to get through.
Ooh, that's really hard.
You don't gotta get too personal now, but like you said,
I think just one, having patience. That's like
Yeah.
my biggest lesson. So when you think that you're going to come into this industry and have it all figured out in 2 seconds, a
Right.
day, 2 clients, it's not possible. So a lot of times I want changes in here for the better, and I want them to happen by tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
I
they don't
think that's
happen.
a side effect of our generation in the social
It
media.
is.
We want everything right now. We want it immediately.
I agree. And so I think that's like one of my biggest lessons. And one of my biggest problems is just learning patience with clients, with life, with the shop overall.
Yeah.
It's just learning to be patient and let your work show for itself.
Legit. I mean, that's great self-awareness though, because I mean that's something I struggle with as well. You know,
Talk
just with the
about it.
podcast, you'd be like, no, I need this to happen.
more.
I need this. I need more. Exactly. But it's just one of the good statement I've heard recently: balance is a process, not a destination. So it's like you're never just gonna be like, oh, I'm balanced and everything's perfect now. Not like it's never gonna be all the way just even. You gotta constantly
Right. You got to
find
work
that.
at it too.
Yeah, absolutely. So okay, on the other side of the coin, give me a small win that you've experienced recently that maybe not some of your homies know, or just a moment that where it hit you kind of hard and you was like, damn, I'm really here. I really feel like I'm supposed to be where I'm at.
I think to this moment, and this may have been like a month ago, but like I told you, my purpose is to see people grow. And this was like a small full circle moment for me. I almost shed a thug tear.
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
come on.
But I
I
almost
love
shed
to
a
hear
thug tear. I had a client in here, and then another tech was doing another client, and they knew each other.
Okay.
And she says, oh, this is perfect. I have an opportunity for you. I have some money, and she worked for a school.
Okay.
She said, I have some money that needs to be spent, and you're the perfect person to do it. She says,
Shout out
well,
that budget money.
exactly. She says, well, do you want it to go through me, or you want to go through the business, or what do you want? She says, whatever you want, I have the opportunity. You do what you want to do. And I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
damn, this is the garage I was talking about.
Come on.
Like, they're in here growing together. They're in here doing projects together and not even knowing that they were coming in the same
Right.
day.
Right.
So that was definitely a full circle moment, and that kind of motivated me. It was like, I could do this another year.
Just literally, exactly, like
I could do
unknowingly
this.
bringing people together and just
Yes.
in a beautiful way. So,
I could do
okay.
this again.
I like that. I like that. Let me get into, as a business owner, as a brand, marketing. Like you said, how do you feel like you navigate it? You also are a content creator. Where do you feel like your strengths and weaknesses are right now? Just being as a
Lord.
brand.
Content creating is hard on any level. It's a whole nother job. Like I
It
said, I
is.
started with graphic multimedia arts, so I know the background of it. However, I'm also a nail tech.
Legit.
I'm also a business owner.
Yeah.
My own accountant, my own janitor,
Right.
my own person overall. Taking the time for marketing is the hardest part. I've just learned to start scheduling stuff. So I schedule stuff, batch create, that type of stuff.
Yep. Schedule your
I'm sure-
post, all that good shit.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I'm sure you know a lot about it.
For sure.
That's the hardest part. But like I said, I love multimedia and I love doing art. So I just actually started tapping back into my multimedia art form, and I've been having fun with it, not
Nice.
taking it so seriously.
Me and Rio were just talking about that on the way
Right?
here. There definitely was a phase where I was pushing a lot of seriousness on the podcast, just like trying to expand and like monetary value and this and that and the other. And I was like, I was stressing over stress.
Yeah, exactly.
I was stressing over stress. So I was just like, dumb it down, get back to the basics, have fun, because that's honestly what makes you feel the best in it. So I love to hear that.
And then I think when you feel the best, then the people that are attracted to what you offer, they're going to be naturally attracted.
Exactly.
You just got to show them what you offer. That's it. That's marketing 101. Show them what you offer and let them see what it is.
And let them know how I could be of service.
Yeah, exactly.
So with that, and having been in a couple different lanes, when you go to content create, where do you find the lane you want to be in and push yourself? Like, you see yourself being more serious? Is it just kind of funny comedy stuff? Is it just more just, like you said, showing the art for what it is? Where do you find your creative lane, and what do you kind of want to push as far as representing your brand?
I think finding or showcasing art through people's natural beauty, however that may be. So I'm not a makeup artist, but showing through makeup, through hair, through nails, fashion. allowing people to see their true natural beauty and really, showcase that is where I'm going to go. I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty funny.
Yeah.
But to write a comedy, I don't know about that.
Right. Being funny and being a comedian, that's two different ball games.
It's two different
Yeah.
ball games, and I'm not a politician, so
Right.
it's only so much, things that you can take so seriously if you're not actually pushing the agenda.
Right.
I'll be getting into that pretty soon. Let's cross my fingers. So I think, just showcasing people's natural beauty is where my art seems to take me.
I like that, really. And now, from something serious to a little more funny, I need a crazy client story. I
don't
know
know if y'all-
throughout the course of these 2-3 years, it don't got to be the worst one. Maybe, like I said, I don't need to hear no shootouts or no fights breaking out. Even though if it was, let me know.
Well, and I think I'm gonna tell them about that lady that walked in.
But give me a good comedy story or a crazy story
my
that you
goodness.
experienced maybe this
Okay.
last year or so.
So I know y'all know when sometimes you just listen. Sometimes it's just wild. We had a client that came in. She had got a pedicure done. The pedicure was amazing. It wasn't done by me. It was another nail tech. The pedicure was amazing. She came in maybe 4 or 5 hours later, like, this isn't right. Like, the bottom of my feet don't look right. And I'm just looking at him like, well, girl, you're ashy.
I was about to say the bottom of the feet?
The bottom of the feet looked like you were walking around barefoot in the streets for the 4 or 5 hours. There's nothing we can do about that.
It's not our problem, sis.
You have to come back. You have to do repetition. You have to do at-home care.
Yeah.
We've done the service right. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. We speak English, so communicate to me what's the problem. How can I fix it? But that was a problem we could have fixed. That
Right.
Look, we all for telling you, girl, you need to go see a podiatrist.
That part, like, you need
It's
to
only
call
so
somebody.
much.
You need
There's
to
only
call
so
a
much we can
professional.
do. That was probably like and then they wanted their money back. Which, like I said, I'm all for helping people and, how can I help you?
Right.
What can I do to reservice you? But that was a problem I could not fix. And
Right.
the service was complete. So unfortunately, she did not get her money back.
I mean, you got to stand on business.
But the nail tech did come through and fix whatever she thought needed to be fixed.
Right.
So we still, we still took her and we still did what needed to
Right.
be
Try
done.
to service her as best y'all could.
We do what needs to be done around here. Yes.
Got you. I love it. Okay. And one more before we get into the rapid wave segment. You've been at this for a while now. Any piece of advice for a up and coming nail tech or entrepreneur?
Yes.
Because I know that's two different lanes. I mean, being a business owner is valid in a lot of different ways, but even more specifically for getting into this type of industry, what advice would you give to your younger self,
Yes.
your little sister, your little cousin, anybody like that who like, I kind of want to end up where you are right now?
Like I said, just being patient. Also writing it down. People kind of take for granted what they see on social media and what
Legit.
they do in real life.
Yeah.
If you're not doing anything about what you want, it's not going to get done. Who's going to do it for you? If you're not patient about the work that you did put in and you want something done by tomorrow, it's not going to get done. Chances are you're going to give up. It's like you
Legit.
said, this entrepreneur life is not
That
for...
shit is not easy. It's
It's
not for the weak.
weak at all. You have to want it every day that you wake up. And the day that you decide you don't want it, you might as well just throw in the towel.
Right.
So advice to my younger self, like I said, would just be patient and write it down and see through the goals. It might
Yeah.
not come in a month and it might not come in a year, but if you see it through, you're gonna get exactly what you asked for.
Okay. I love it. And that will wrap it up for the What's the Way with You. I'm so glad we got to pick
Finish
your
you
brain.
off.
Of course.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is amazing. Like you said, I don't know, fellas, just having your hand massaged and moisturized, it's great.
Right.
It's great. Gotta get hey. Gotta grab us too. Remember that. But shoot, while we here, let's actually get into the rapid wave segment. We could finish it up. Excuse me, as she kind of y'all.
Perfect timing.
I'm about to say we gonna get the close up on those, but no worries. So this segment of the podcast, I'm gonna hit you with some kind of either or questions.
Let's go.
Give me your natural reaction, but if you got a simmer on it, it's all good. We got time. So just as you as a person, would you rather go out to the club or kick back?
Oh, this is so hard because I was just having this conversation. I'm an introvert, but I love being around people. So I would go to the club and sit in the back.
Go to the club, but at the kickback, you in the front end. Probably.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Tea or coffee?
Tea. I do not like coffee for some reason. I'm a tea drinker.
Got you. I like it. As a youngin', what was your favorite Arizona iced tea flavor?
That's crazy. Mango. I love mangoes and I love
the mango
peaches.
madness.
Anything like tropical related.
Got
so
you.
the mango.
Okay, the mango. Yeah, I had the peach iced tea the
Arizona's
other day.
hit
That
hard.
shit
And that's not
amazing.
even tea, but
Right.
it's
But I
still
said,
hit
we'll
hard.
count it. We'll count it. Your favorite so-called hood snack? Maybe growing up, maybe pickles and Kool-Aid,
This was
eating the
so
top
crazy.
ramen dry. What was it? What was your
It was
craziest
definitely the top ramen dry. I
Yeah.
had a friend that was from New York, and she put me on, and we would be at the pool area in our little apartment.
Yep.
Raw top ramen. I don't
Busting
know for
them
what,
down.
but that season was
I
hitting.
was the same kid.
That
I was the
season
same kid.
hitting.
More likely to go out to a steakhouse or seafood?
I do not like shellfish, so steak
steakhouse.
and potatoes, me please.
I got you. She said, I need that prime rib.
Yeah.
Okay. Hulu or Netflix?
I like a lot of Law and Order, so I watch Hulu because
Okay.
Hulu is on Law and
SVU?
Order. All of them.
SVU.
All
She
of
said,
them.
she said, give me all of them. I like that. Okay. I'm a big superhero nerd. So if you have any superpower, what would it be?
I used to always have dreams that I would fly for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was that I was going, but I would be
I get
having
a lot
dreams.
of flyers on the podcast.
Really? I
yeah.
had dreams that I could fly, and it might be for a reason.
For a reason, yeah. Okay. She's like, I need to be up there with
It's
the birds.
somewhere I need to be.
All right.
For
She
some
said, I
reason,
gotta
I'd be
get
having
there.
dreams about me flying.
I got you. We were talking about being competitive earlier. So if you could go pro in any sport, what sport would you have went professional in?
That's a good question. I have to simmer on that one. Professional.
I mean, you can do it for the bag, for the love. There's a lot of avenues you could go.
What's a professional? What's a professional sport? If you
could-
ask me,
You
but
could go swimming. You could go, like I said, I'd be a skateboarder, anything. You
I
could go
actually
to
love
classics.
playing basketball when I was younger. The only reason why I don't now is because I got long nails
Yeah.
and I refuse to cut them off. I
That makes
refuse to cut
sense.
them off, so
I
I'll
feel
probably
that.
do pro basketball.
I got you. Okay, Hooper at heart.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of heist movies. Like I love when they put the team
Ooh.
together and do all of that. So I like asking my guests, what role would you play in a heist? Getaway driver, you the muscle, you the hacker, you the
Definitely not the
mastermind that put it all
muscle.
together.
I would probably be the mastermind. Like, I mean, as you can see, I have a knack for knowing where
Yeah.
things go and running.
I think that's like my most common response because I get a lot of
Yeah.
brand owners, so they like, oh, I put the play together.
I'll put it together immediately.
I like
think
that.
So.
I like. See, I say, yeah, I'm a getaway driver. I'm just trying to wait and go. Like I need one responsibility.
Yeah,
Y'all got too
less
much
you
going
gotta
on.
worry about.
Right. Okay. A few more for you, and I have to phrase this question like this, but you just got sentenced to death.
Damn.
So what is your electric chair meal? What's the last thing you gonna eat before you leave Earth?
Pasta. I love pasta. I
with
thought
that.
about this a few times. Like, what can I eat the rest of my life? Lasagna, pasta, spaghetti,
I'm with that.
Alfredo, all of it.
I agree, 100%, 1,000. Okay, give me your dream car. If you have one, it could be real, it could be fictional. You can have a hovercraft if you want.
I actually like Jeeps. I probably wouldn't own one like
think
in
a
the
lot-
near
What's
future.
up with women in my generation loving Jeeps? I don't know what it is. Y'all love
I think for me it's just
Jeeps.
different because as long as I've been able to drive, I've been driving like Civics, like Honda sedans, those type. And I could whip those real quick. So
Right.
I feel like if ever I
want a
had a
little
car,
something, a little big body.
Yeah. So I felt like if I ever needed a car where I just had at the house, then it would probably be something a little bigger.
Okay, I can dig that.
Yeah.
I read that. Functionality. Okay, do you have any weird fears or like just kind of quirky phobias that you have?
Yes. For some reason, I'm like scared of airplanes passing over me. Like.
Really?
Yeah, I could get in the airplane. I'm
Yeah.
cool with the airplane, but as soon as it passed over me, I'm like 9/11.
Like, that shit, man. She said that's real uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
never
is.
forget. She
It
said,
is.
I ain't forgot yet.
I think I was like 5 when it happened, so I'm like, oh,
Right.
damn, another
yeah,
one.
I'm about to say, remember that for sure.
Right.
Okay, I got about like 3 more for
Hit
you.
'em.
Give me your 3 items you're taking on a deserted island. I'll say electronics will be included. So if you need a phone, I'll allow it.
Okay, definitely a phone. I mean, where can you go without a phone
Right,
nowadays? Probably like as a toolkit, an item, or is that like a whole?
I got ref, real, toolkit. We say no? Yes, no?
Yeah, it can be.
We'll
I
allow-
need a toolkit.
We'll allow it. We'll
There's
allow
only
it.
so much you can do without a toolkit, a phone, and probably like a little stash of like food.
Stash food
Yeah.
just to get you through a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay, got you. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to finish these phrases. The first one, there are 2 type of people in the world, blank and blank.
Ooh, there's 2 type of people in the world: real aggressive and real passive aggressive.
I like that. That might be one of my favorite ones today, yes. Because I didn't know I was passive aggressive until I met somebody who really was. And I learned I didn't like that. So then I was like, okay, yeah, let's not do that.
I don't think I learned until one of my sisters told me, well, passive aggressive. I was like,
Right. I love it. Okay, and the last one, you can tell a lot about a person by the way that they blank.
By the way that they treat the people around them or the people around them. I've heard guys say this more, but you know, birds of a feather flock together.
Legit.
If it's 9 hoes, you probably the 10th one.
Yeah.
Chances are, and if you're treating them as such, or if you're treating somebody around you on a pedestal, chances are you feel like you're on that same pedestal. So I could tell a lot about a person by the way that they treat the people around them.
I like that. Well, let me expand on that. What do you believe more than birds of a feather flock together or opposites attract?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna challenge you on that one.
Well, what are we talking about? Men and women?
I'm about to
women
say,
and men?
it go both ways in different circumstances as far as men and women being friends with other men and women and in relationships, being with a partner. So I'm just saying more generally, how do you feel kind of more or less plays out in your life?
I've seen more so that opposites attract. People always want what they don't have.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm about to say, I see a lot of it in my life as well. So I'm glad you got that perspective. Thank you. But other than that, that's gonna wrap it up for this wonderful episode.
I appreciate
Y'all see I'm
you.
hit up. I feel really good. Like I said, I keep rubbing my hands and shit. My shit all moisturized. This shit is amazing.
I appreciate
But thank you, Risha, for the time. Thank you
no
for inviting us into your space and letting us pick your brain. And like I said, getting the people to see what you got going on.
Thanks
And
for
without
coming to
further
the
ado,
studio.
of course, let Rio know, let the people know watching where to follow you, any upcoming events, and all the stuff you got planned for the rest of the year.
I am so open to events for 2024. 2023 is completely blocked out. I'm booked and busy. You can find me on Living Color Studio on Instagram, livingcolor.online on the website if you want to contact us. Flygirl.Risha is my personal page. If you really just want to see the space, which I've had people just come pull up and pop in. We're in Castro Valley in the Bay Area. Come see us at Live in Color Studio.
Come on, thank you so much
You.
once again, like, share, subscribe, tell your auntie because she now has a new favorite nail tech, you feel me? Other than that, we'll see y'all next week and every week from here on out. It's your boy Son of the Waves and we are out.
Cool.
Woo!